Hello there, welcome back to the Ogre, the old Git Reacts, Reviews and Off-Times Reminiscences. Today we're going to attempt Azketem, and I say attempt because I've been full waffle mode today because I've been training for an event, which has meant I've overdone it, and I've got restless legs, which meant I've not slept very well the last few nights, so my mind is even more befuddled than it normally is, but we'll give it a go and see if we can do justice for this. Let's go. Where are we? Boom, boom, boom. There. So this is that sort of music that I don't really like in general terms. The sort of pace and style of music is one that normally I'll pass by, but occasionally the way somebody does it gets its little claws into me, and I'm sort of intrigued and have a listen, and I'm turned around and find the whole experience more enjoyable. It is a very narrow channel of composition, I suppose, that attracts me to this sort of music. So a few degrees either way, and wouldn't even give this a second listen. But something about it, I think it's the tone of it more than anything else. Although it's a dour sound, it's quite warm as well. And I have to say that musically, instrumentally rather, I came around to it quite quickly. It was the clean singing that it's taken me a few listens, but I've come round to it. I mean, it is in keeping with the rest of the music. It's sort of dour, morose sound. It matches the music, but it took me a while to accept that as being appropriate for the music in general. two things are brought to mind by this music. The first thing is that it feels like this artist has got the weight of the world on their shoulders. It's sort of the music's being dragged along. A number of images came to mind listening to it really. One of which was going back to when they built the pyramids, and those poor buggers having to drag massive blocks of stone up ramps to build a particular pyramid, and you can imagine the toil and the strain of having to do so, and the kick drums underneath it all sort of reminded me of the slave drivers, whatever they were, cracking the whip and trying to speed things along. But it is I suppose the most cheerful thing you can say about it is contemplative, but probably it's just miserable. But again, if music moves you, does it make you miserable? No, not really, not for me anyway. But yes, it just. We're not talking fluffy bunnies leaping about in spring meadows here. They're not the pictures that are being painted at all. Lovely change in emphasis there. It sort of makes the whole thing worth listening to. The whole thing is worth listening to regardless, but little touches like that just enhance things. So the what was I going to say? Oh yes. So some of the lead melody in this it's quite difficult really to keep it. Using the lead guitar tone at times on this sort of slow and slightly depressing music, you have to be careful you don't be too bright about things because it spoils the image really. And here, where lead guitar melodies are used, they're done very well. It reminded me of a whittling. The sharpness of the guitar isn't bright, but it is sort of, if you can, you probably think, what the fuck's he talking about? But to me, I can imagine the lead guitar here whittling away at a piece of wood, because they've got nothing else to do really, and it's a bit like sort of prisoner of war art that you see every now and again, where somebody's got nothing to do but sit in a cell for hours on end, and so they make things. And here, the lead guitar, in my mind, I can just picture somebody whittling away at a piece of wood, and that's the picture painted. Another thing about this sort of music is when you're naturally chipper, such as me, not much gets me down, and if it does, it's not to any great depth, then miserable sounding music makes you feel happier by way of contrast. It's sort of wishful thinking, glad I'm not whoever this is, sort of thing. That might be a bit glib, but I know what I mean in my head. Whether you can interpret what I'm trying to say, it's a different matter, of course. But yeah, so a lot of depressive or depressing sounding music for me does make me feel better, because I just think, oof, God, I don't feel like that. Anyway. So there you go. And I've been saying all throughout that this is sort of miserable sounding music, but as with a lot of this style of music, it isn't all doom and gloom. There's often a hint of something more hopeful in it, and towards the end there, it did sort of perk up a little bit, which again adds that bit of contrast and a chink of light maybe. So there you go. This album, as I say, it's taken me by surprise. I shouldn't like it, but I do. And there's nothing more I can say really. Yeah, click your bollocks, catch you all next time. Cheerio.